Hey all, it's been a while. Just figured I'd do a check-in. I'm gonna do some riding up in Crystal Mountain, this coming 5 days, and then I'm gonna be going to Crashpalooza. Um, well, winter ride wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I ended up getting everything fixed, and I got it back, and there was still an issue with it, so I didn't feel comfortable going on a long ride or anything. But I did get that worked out through the warranty and everything. And Holly Power Sports, kudos to you. And then and thanks Joel from MSC for doing some troubleshooting for me and gotten it all, so I got it all worked out. But I want to show you, and this is like a really good machine, man. I got a lot of accessories on it, and like I got the Team MSC harnesses, I got the Kemimoto bag, I got Team MSC radio, Team MSC overhead fans. I got a custom steering wheel, got the Kemimoto tablet holder, got a Midland radio, got the CF Moto side bags, and I got the Midland external speaker for my GMRS radio. Got some System 3 on there. Got some 22-inch ITP tear hooks. R3 really recommended them, so I trusted those guys, so I went with those. It does have a Team SE Stage 3 clutch kit. It's got a Team MSC tune. Yeah, Joel and Blake, they've really worked with me, and I'm helping this build, just making phone calls and stuff. So they've done well. Steve Crane always hooks me up, with something. He's a good guy, man. Wish he'd get back on the camera a little bit more. But yeah, it's fully loaded. It's got all the CF Moto accessories on there. I do have Super ATV bearings. I just got those replaced. I'm just hitting about 4,000 miles on it. I've had it for 3 years. If you don't recall, there was some issues back. I had 2,800 miles on it, and I wouldn't say I blew my motor by any means. It was running fine. It just started getting hot. It never overheated, and when I couldn't figure it out, I checked the antifreeze. It was low. I added antifreeze, went back to it. It was low again, and then I found the antifreeze was in the oil. So there was a gasket somewhere that was causing it. They did replace the motor, put another motor in there. About 500 miles into it, that motor did it, and then I had to get another motor, and it's been fixed. I got 500 miles on this motor, so I think we're pretty good. I've been checking it. It does heat cycles pretty good. I did have to get bearings, and had to get a new axle over here, a hub. That's what happened in the winter ride. Got some whips, got the CF Moto box, put a fire extinguisher on there. It's a Ghost antenna. I did get some cell phone holders. I did have the Team Epson, that cup holder. That thing is the bomb, because down there is very hot, and you put pop down there and that's like boiling. Up there, great. It works good, so we've used that a lot. And I did have my phone hooked on there, but this worked good mount. This fan has an overhead light, but I had these in there before, so I had some light. And then I got my light bar in there. But having dome light, man, that's nice, because at night it really stinks when you're trying to do stuff. I put these on. When I first bought my vehicle, I had some issues with my doors always coming open. I had taken in for like 3 times for warranty. 2 door replacements, complete replacements, panels, frame, everything. And then the last time was just a hinge. So did have some issues with the doors. Overall, been, the motor thing, talking to everybody, it's kind of a fluke. There is some like base gasket issue. When they tore my motor apart, they didn't find that was wrong. There was some bolts that weren't torqued, and they think that was the deal with the leaking. So when they put this motor in there, they went through the motor and made sure everything was to torque before they installed it. So I don't know if that was the deal, but they couldn't find how the antifreeze was leaking into the motor. So but it ain't doing it now, and I'm happy. But this is a fun machine. It's a very fun machine, and I'm happy with it, which I've been disappointed. Just to be honest, the third-party warranty covered the second motor, but then I don't know, they said the exhaust or whatever did the motor, but in good faith, CF Moto did cover a new motor because it was only like 40 days with that motor in there, and so they covered the cost of the motor. I had to cover the labor and the materials, and then I did get a stator replaced at that point because there was some discoloration, and I just felt like that was the right thing to do because I didn't want to have to, 600 miles later replace the stator and have to tear it down to get that done. So made a good choice, I believe. I did at one time, I'm just going over this trying to give you some things that I've had issues with, like this right here. There's like a pre-screen in there, and don't get too close with the power washer. I ripped mine, and then I put an inner, like a nylon over top of it for temporarily. I put a nylon over top of it, and it worked just to do some pre-screening before the filter. That worked pretty good, but I did order one and replaced it. When I put the 32s on, I did have to cut the rock sliders back, or tree kickers, or whatever you want to call them, back a little bit because the tires did rub. My old tires would rub on those inner fender Super ATV fenders a little bit, but I don't know if these are going to rub because they're out a little bit more. I did get some offset rims, and I left my spacers on just to see if I think their wheel bearings are going to go bad, then I'll probably take the spacers off and just leave the offset rims on there. But those are the bomb. I've hit some stuff, and I've felt them, and I've heard it hit it. So I recommend getting those if they're available for your machine, whatever it is, CF Moto, Polaris. I would put them on because I've seen some crazy videos. I've used the winch, the factory winch, a couple times. It worked flawlessly. Mine's are the remote, so I like that because I don't necessarily have to be in it, or I can have somebody doing it while I'm trying to drive, so that's nice. And I do have a cardio headset, 2 of them, and then I have helmets with cardios in them too, which are really nice. Especially when you're jamming out and going real fast and you can't hear the radio because it's pretty loud. I used to have a RJWC exhaust on there. I'm gonna put it on eventually, but I was waiting to make sure that the motor and everything was running right before I did that. So the factory exhaust is back on it, but overall it's a beast, man. I mean, speedometer's way off. I don't know if because mine is just not an HO, it's just the sport, and it came with 27s. When I put 30s on it, when I was doing about 65, it was about 73. Now when I do about, I don't know, if I get it to like 60, it's about 74. And then that's about 74, 75 is about as fast as I can go in it. I don't know if I put a couple extra ounces of weights in there, I could get it down so it's not revving and maybe get a little bit more out of it, but it just doesn't have the oomph with the higher weights in the primary. So I do have a weight kit and spring kit and stuff, but the MSC stuff's pretty good. They give it to you, if not right on, but pretty close. They'll work with you, so if your RPMs aren't right, just give them a call, and they could probably send you some weights, and you send them your old weights, the ones that they gave you back. But they know their stuff, so they're good guys. But I just wanted to give a shout out, let you guys know I'm alive. And I'm going to be getting riding pretty soon. And I missed my guys in Mississippi for the takeover. That's when everything kind of happened. Let's get my machine back. It wasn't running right. Offers to ride other machines when I was down there. I just didn't want to have the expense. It's 11 and a half hour drive without stops. And when you're towing and stuff like that, I miss the guys. I'll probably go down there sometime, see my sisters and visit Blake, Joel, Steve, my buddy Rob. I miss Rob a lot. Hopefully I get to hook up with Justin sometime, go riding, but I'm gonna go up north, ride with my wife a little bit, and then hang out with the dirt dudes at Crashapalooza. I hope Justin can make it. That would be really cool. Justin Drake, if you don't know who I'm talking about. That would be good to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. And but yeah, I just want you to know the Zforce is ready to go. Just got the oil change and diff's all changed. Everything's good, working. I hope I don't jinx myself. I don't know, but I'm confident. I think I'm gonna get some riding in this thing, and you know, everything's. I take care of it. I well maintain it. I clean it all the time. This thing does get dirty. This thing does get dirty, but it also gets cleaned. You know, cleaning is important. You know, that helps things not get wore out, like the bearings. You know, cleaning inside those hubs, takes the rims off every once in a while. Get in there, clean your brake pads up, clean the rotors up. Also, you know, is that your clutch kit? You know, they always talk about clutch kits, always talk about belts, talk about, you know, hey, this stuff's gotta stay, but they never take their belt cover off and clean. They never take it out. Every once in a while, take your belt off. Clean the sheaves, blow all the dust out, clean it up, put it back together. Maybe it's a good time to put a new belt and use your old belt as your spare. It's already broke in. Breaking in another belt, you know, breaking in belts is important. You know, when you get them, wash them with some dish soap. Let them dry for a couple of days before you put them in. Make sure everything's clean when you put it in there. You know, just don't throw a brand new belt in there without cleaning nothing, you know. There's a lot of stuff that comes with these things. You just can't ride them and abuse them and expect them not to break. All right, guys, enough of that. So just want you to know, peace out. I want to go do some riding, and I'm ready for my next adventures. Later, guys.